I just want to welcome all of you on behalf of the 1,900 or so police officers here in the Honolulu Police Department that the State of Hawaii Organization of Police Officers, or SHOPO, represents. We are very honored, we are very proud to announce our endorsement for the upcoming mayoral race for the City and County of Honolulu for Mr. Kirk Caldwell.
Thanks, T.
Once again.
Thank you.
And Mr. Kirk Caldwell, as a former state representative, as the City Managing Director of Honolulu, and as the acting mayor of Honolulu, he has always put the needs of the people of Hawaii first, more specifically the people of Honolulu. And in doing so, he recognizes the importance of law enforcement, more specifically the Honolulu Police Department, in providing that safe venue for our people as well as our visitors. So again, serving and protecting has always been a priority on Mr. Kirk Caldwell's agenda and his mission and his goal. With that said, as we all know, the driving force for our economy is tourism. And tourism, given the beauty of our state, the low spirit, but a safe destination for all to travel, brings that much more meaning to law enforcement. So we want to again just emphasize how important it is for us to endorse Mr. Caldwell and his visions and his goals, first and foremost, for the people of Hawaii, more specifically the people of Honolulu. So again, on behalf of all the police officers, we're just so proud, and we look forward and we encourage the people of Honolulu to please vote for Mr. Kirk Caldwell to move this city and county forward.
Thank you, T. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm humbled by the endorsement and support of my candidacy for mayor by SHOPO. And I want to thank the State of Hawaii Organization of Police Officers, the men and women in blue, the 1,900 plus, some of which stand behind me today, for their endorsement. This organization represents not only their members, but their families. And you can never forget, ever forget, that the #1 job of any mayor is public safety, bar none. And that's what the men and women in blue do every day in the City and County of Honolulu. I'm also reminded that to do it, it requires collaboration and teamwork. And I think we've demonstrated that in the past, how we work together. And it requires that we listen to each other and that we work together. Because there's no doubt in any of our minds that the #1 job of mayor is to make sure that everyone is safe in our city. Now, I think back to the fact that most people realize that when police officers put on a uniform, or they don't, that they are putting themselves in harm's way. And we can be reminded of that most recently about the tragic deaths of Officer Davis and Officer Fontes. These two men put our safety ahead of their lives. And not enough can be said about this. Now, if you look back at the recent success of APEC, one of the most incredible things that has not really been talked about is the fact that the 1,900 plus officers of the City and County of Honolulu Police Department did not call in sick one day or miss one shift over the 7-day period of APEC. Not one out of 1,900 plus men and women. Without that dedication, without that commitment, APEC would not have been as successful. And while many like to claim success for APEC, few mention the role that HPD had. We can never forget. And I know deep inside of our hearts, none of us do. But we need to be reminded every day, that we need to work with our men and women in blue. Make sure that they're properly trained. Make sure that they have the right equipment. Make sure that they receive a wage that is sufficient to keep them here on our island and not moving to other places, so that they can protect all of us. And they've done that. The most incredible thing is Honolulu remains one of the safest big cities in America. And that is because of Tanari Montfala and the men and women behind me and the many others who are not here today but are out on the street putting themselves in harm's way. So I'm honored by the endorsement, and I'll work hard in this campaign, and I'll work hard as the next mayor to make sure that our city remains the safest big city in America. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.